I started by drawing my coordinate plane and writing my equation that I'm planning on graphing. Next, I determined that d equals plus 3, and so my center line is at y equals 3, which I have drawn using this red dotted line. Next, I identified my amplitude as 1, which is in a little imaginary one right there. We can go ahead and draw that in if it helps. And based off that amplitude of 1, I got my maximum line as y equals 4, which I drew here in my blue dotted line, and my minimum line as y equals negative 2, which I drew here in that blue dotted line. The next step was to determine the period and graph the point C, D. I found the period by doing the equation 2 pi over b, which was 2 pi over 2, which equals pi, and C, D equals negative pi over 2, 3, which I graphed right here. The next step was to plot my maximum and minimums based on my period length and my starting point. So, as I said before, my starting point was negative pi over 2, 3, and my ending point is 1 pi period later, which ends up being pi over 2, 3. Then from there I divided that period by half. That was my other center line point. Then I divided that into quarters, which gave me my minimum and my maximum. Usually the sine curve would start moving in an upward position right here, but since it was a negative cosine, we started by moving downwards. That's my little note that I wrote here. I then connected those dots and I got my first cycle of the graph y equals a negative cosine 2x plus pi over 2 plus 3. And here I just continued cycling through this graph.